Okay, they can hear us.
I'm being told that I can stop getting notifications from horribly good guys if I want to.
Are you signed in as horribly good guys?
No, but if I'm signed in as me, but I can stop. Oh, what I'm tripping. Watch. But if I don't want to get notifications from horribly good guys anymore, I can stop.
I mean, I thought that was always a thing.
I, who knew? Who knew?
It's like if you don't want to see something, you just unfollow it.
Right. Well, that should. I mean, that seems to only make sense. That seems to only make sense. But for some reason, people say, I don't want to see a thing, and now I'm offended that that thing exists.
So now I'm going to comment on the thing
Right.
like 3 or 4 paragraphs.
Right. I hate this thing, so I'm going to comment on the thing that I hate to tell y'all that I hate this thing.
Not going to lie, I've done it. I like arguing with people.
Oh.
Like, I like arguing with people on Facebook.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Before we get started, theme song here. Okay, that was a theme song. What's going on, ma'am? How you doing?
I am stressed, but otherwise fantastic.
Stressed? You want to talk about it live on air?
No, I don't, actually.
Okay.
Let's talk about the fantastic parts.
Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, happy Valentine's Day.
It is. That's why I'm in the pink, the baby
shit.
fat. You need to go change.
I didn't think I should put on pink. Damn it.
You should have put on pink.
Yeah, or red, or pink and red.
I was like, I got the red, I got the pink.
I see you. Yeah.
Like,
shit.
if I had a pink, I would have wore the pink, but.
Well, shit. Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Valentine's.
Okay, so I normally don't do shout outs, right?
Okay.
So I'm not going to do one today.
I'm going to do a shout out. Happy Valentine's Day to my daughter who does not watch the show and will never watch the show.
Oh, okay.
Weird thing, she had me buy her a Valentine's Day gift.
That's so cute.
Here's why it's a weird thing, because I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Have not celebrated in like years, 20 plus years, right?
But you do it for the kids.
No, it was like she just said, hey, Dad, I want you to buy me a Valentine's Day gift. And without even cycling in my brain anything, I said, okay. Like, I didn't even think, like, what does this entail? Like, I was like, oh, okay.
So she doesn't watch the show, right?
No.
So can we talk about your Instagram post?
Yeah.
Where you were asking people for suggestions about what to get her.
Yes, because I was like, I don't know. I had an idea, but I didn't know, like, what do you get your daughter for Valentine's Day? I was like, I don't know. Like,
things.
I don't do Valentine's Day. Like, let me just say right now, because none of these people watch the show. The last time I bought a Valentine's Day gift, I bought the same gift twice from CVS. I bought 2 of the exact same thing. The last time I bought a Valentine's Day gift, I bought 2 of the exact same thing. Was it
one for your wife, one for your wife, one for your side chick?
Neither of I wasn't married at the time, so
okay.
One was for my local girlfriend, and one was for my out of town girlfriend.
Okay, so same sentiment.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
same sentiment.
Yeah. The last time I purchased a Valentine's Day gift, it was because I was purchasing gifts for my local girlfriend and my out of town girlfriend
From CVS.
from CVS, or it was like CVS or Walgreens or Eckerd's or whatever was the hot pharmacy at the time.
Corner store.
Yeah. But I
right down the street.
I bought the exact same card.
And it was just a card.
I bought the exact same card.
You know they got teddy bears in there too, right?
No. And I bought teddy bears, the exact same bear, and the exact same box of chocolate. And so
you can't get them confused if you get the same thing.
And I almost got them confused still.
How?
Because
you wrote their names.
I wrote their names on each of them, and both of their names started with a K. And
you were playing a dangerous game.
Yeah. So I walked up to local girlfriend's house with bear, card, chocolate, and when I hit the door, I looked at the card and went, oh shit, wrong card. So I had to walk back downstairs, swap the cards out. We go out to eat. In my trunk, whole Valentine's Day set up for another chick.
Damn.
Shout out.
You are terrible.
If it matters at all, I ended up marrying one of those chicks.
Okay.
And then
wait,
divorcing her.
Which one?
Local.
Okay.
Yeah. Years later, like years later.
Okay.
But yeah.
I mean, that doesn't make it any better.
It doesn't
Like,
at all.
It doesn't.
But that was the last time I did Valentine's Day. So when I got to a place of like, oh shit, my daughter wants a gift, I panicked. But I think I did right. I won't say what it is, but I think I did okay.
Okay.
So, and she hasn't gotten it yet, because I had it shipped, and where it was shipped to, she hasn't picked it up yet. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, go you.
Yeah,
Picking
man.
out a decent present for your kid.
It was weird, but I did it.
The things we do for love.
Yeah. I may do this yearly. She may get a gift next year too.
You should make it a thing.
Just all
Be a
of a
fond
sudden.
memory.
Yeah, just all of a sudden we're gonna start now that she's 19.
I mean, it's like you like them better when they're older and not a burden.
Yes. Kids are much more awesome when they are. When it's you know what I was gonna say, when it can be reciprocated, but no, it's never reciprocated. She doesn't. Anyway, I love her though. I love her. What else is good?
Oh, so today is my grandma's birthday
Shout out to your grandma.
and my dad's birthday.
Shout out to your dad.
You did my shout outs that I wasn't going to do, so appreciate it.
Bet.
And I took my grandma out
Did your
to the
dad watch the
movies.
show?
I have no idea.
Oh, remind me to tell you something else after the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Remind
right.
me to tell you a second thing after the show.
All right, I got you.
You can't forget.
Okay.
Okay.
I got this.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
may forget still,
Yeah,
but I'm going to try not to.
Okay.
So took my grandma out to the movies. She loves those old like murder mystery shits. And so there was one with the character that she really likes in the theaters. His name is Hercule Poirot or whatever. Anyways, he's a detective. And so there was a movie that just happened to be coming out on Saturday with this old school detective. And so I took my grandma to go see it.
Where?
It was I took her to the Quarry. The
Really?
Regal at the Quarry.
Okay, because I've never heard of any of this. So
It's called Death on the Nile.
okay.
Yeah, it was great. And then I took myself to the Towers of the America for a pre-Valentine's date with me.
Gotcha.
And that was nice. I got to watch the sunset from the Tower of the America and pay way too much for steak that I made better myself yesterday.
Yeah.
But it was
Faith said every day is Valentine's at the Lee household. Does that work?
no. If every day is Valentine's Day, then no day is Valentine's Day.
Facts. Right.
Like,
if every day is Valentine's Day, then no day is Valentine's
I'm sorry,
Day.
Face, it's not how that works. You just made it completely unspecial. You took away a holiday from your wife, and you should feel ashamed.
Yep. Oh, we're going to talk about Face in a minute anyway. So
Okay.
stay tuned, Face. We talking about you. Yeah, did you watch Super Bowl?
I did not.
None of it.
I watched the halftime show.
Okay, so let's talk. Did you purposely watch the halftime show? Did you like say, hey, we're gonna keep the Super Bowl kind of on, and when the halftime show starts, we'll watch it? Or did you go back and watch
I
it?
went back and watched it. I was doing drunk karaoke while the Super Bowl was happening.
Okay.
But I went back this morning, actually, and watched it, not while I was at work.
Gotcha. Should I say his name? A poet that we know had an open mic yesterday. And I was like,
Oh, shit, really?
I was like, this is probably not the time to do open mic poetry.
Why would they not cancel that?
Right.
Like, it is a Super Bowl. No one is coming.
I don't know what their numbers look like, but I knew I wasn't going. I was like, dude,
No.
you don't expect, you're not going to get any casual fans to show up for open mic poetry during the Super Bowl.
Yeah, unless they were showing the Super Bowl there.
Right.
In which case, they're not paying attention to the poetry.
And he had a feature.
Oh.
Yeah. I was like, oh, this is bad. I didn't go. Right up here.
Yeah. That's real sad.
Yeah. I was like,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, like I felt bad because
I feel bad for the feature.
I got
Like,
the invite. And
that's
I was like,
poor planning on the poet's part.
and the features part.
True.
Yeah. Halftime show. What did you think?
The nostalgia.
Okay.
It brought back joy and memories from a time that I'm not going to mention because it ages me.
I mean, most of those acts came out before you were born, so
That's what I was like.
yeah. like there's that. So it reminded you of your adult, your toddler years.
When I was allowed to listen finally.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So halftime show happened, and then I started seeing this narrative that the NFL told Eminem to not kneel, and he did it anyway. And the NFL, like, it was all of these narratives of what the NFL told Dr. Dre and all of the performers to not do, and they broke all of those rules. And the NFL had to come out and say,
Nah, we didn't do that.
nah,
Like,
we knew what the show was going to be. And I'm like, yeah. Like, I hate social media.
social media isn't like, it is a cruel place. It makes things up. It's not real. We've talked about this.
Right. But what you ended up with was this lie that kind of turned into
A scandal.
a scandal. And the NFL had to speak to it like, nah, we knew Eminem was gonna kneel. We didn't care. And most people didn't care. Like the people who stopped watching the NFL because of Colin Kaepernick, I mean, are they back now?
I don't know.
Like,
But if they're not, then they weren't there for the kneel anyway.
right. So there's that. I don't know. Halftime show. There's been a lot of debate on where this ranks amongst all-time halftime shows. For me, number one was Prince,
Okay.
and largely because it rained while he was singing Purple Rain. Like, you cannot.
Like the universe conspired with him.
Right. Number two was Michael Jackson.
Okay.
It was 84. Don't worry about it. I don't know if it was 84. It might have been 84. But Michael Jackson, only because it was an amazing performance. But, like, he stood on stage for, like, a minute and a half and did nothing.
And the crowd was still excited.
And the crowd was just screaming. But that's a Mike thing. Mike does that. Like, he pops out, and then he's just standing there, and the crowd is just screaming for no reason. And Well, no,
You
not for
waited
no
out
reason. Screaming
because
because
he
he's
is.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, because he is who he is.
So number two, Mike. To me, this makes number three. To me, number four was the Beyonce show that was just her, and then Destiny's Child came out. Not the Formation show. The one where it was
Okay.
just her and then Destiny's Child. And then number five was the Janet Jackson titty. Yeah.
Okay, it has to be in the top 5.
Yeah, Janet
because
Jackson
there was titty.
Yeah,
There was Janet Jackson
It was
titty.
Janet Jackson titty. That will always be in my top 5, no matter what happens. The Janet Jackson titty will be in my top 5.
Okay.
Unless new titty knocks it out.
Whose new titty would knock it out? Like, whose titty tops Janet Jackson titty? And if it's 2, does that supersede the 1?
Yeah. I think if it's 2 titties, then that may just. I mean, there may be a lot of people that can knock out Janet Jackson titty. If I'm being honest about it. Yeah, it may be a longer list than we would have time for. Yeah, because I don't know that, like,
Meg the Stallion,
possibly,
Cardi B.
definitely.
Definitely Cardi B?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. She is. It's something about her personality that just makes me
Remind you of the East Side?
No, it. Nah, not even that. It's just it's so New York. It's so
Okay.
New York. Yeah, something about her personality is so New York. It's like, yo, this is aggressive for no reason. I think Mick. I think
Okay,
Cardi
so-
breast would knock Janet breast out. for me.
Aggressive titties.
Yeah.
We like aggressive titties.
Oh shit. Let's get started.
Okay.
Let's talk about some shit. We got a whole bunch of stories. I don't know. Jim said Halle Berry tits would yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes. Where do we start? It was a lot of shit, but a lot of little shit. Nothing major. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about Joe Biden.
Okay.
Joe Byron. News story came out talking about the Department of Health and Human Services is now bad press either way around, but the Department of Health and Human Services are now starting a program that's funding drug kits, which is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Which is giving drug kits to addicts is a good thing.
It is.
However, as the story rolled out, the press behind it
Was terrible.
was terrible because the press behind it stated Joe Biden's giving out crack pipes.
And it's basically what he's doing.
And it's basically
like,
what he's doing.
It is what he is doing.
Yes, it
He
is.
is giving out crack pipes
In
to
order,
those in need.
in order to combat another epidemic, which is AIDS, HIV,
Hepatitis. Basically, all those things that you can get from using dirty needles
Right.
or sharing needles with people.
In order to stop that situation, you give addicts clean needles?
Yeah.
Because they're still going to be addicts.
They're still going to be addicts
And they're
regardless.
still going to use drugs. And they're still going to use needles and use devices where hepatitis and AIDS can spread. And why not rehab? Why was rehab not an option here?
I mean, I feel like rehab should also be an option. Like, it should be a part of what they are offering. But if you know that someone's going to do something, you take measures to prevent that. If you know someone's going to try to steal your sperm, you put hot sauce in the condom. If you know that someone is going to...
Facts.
You know that someone's going to do drugs, you give them clean needles to do the drugs. And then you're stopping death. A faster death?
No, because they still could overdose.
Yeah.
Here's the other problem, and Jim, I hate you right now, but he's so right.
Oh, racial equality.
This was all built under the idea of evening the racial playing field.
Bridging the divide.
And I'm like,
No.
nah. Nah, this is not how you like
I know more Caucasians that do drugs than I do like black people.
hard drugs.
You ever met lawyers?
Yeah.
Like,
You know, though. Okay, I'll say this. I know more non-blacks who are functioning addicts.
yes,
All
because
of
you need money to be a functioning addict.
Right. All of the, or not all, like the few black addicts that weed don't count.
Weed's not a drug. That's a plant.
Weed's not a drug. The few black addicts that I know are non-functioning, but I know like functioning. Yeah, lawyer. I know like 2 lawyers that are like cokeheads, but
Yeah.
but I would hire one of them to represent me in a case.
Just one.
The other one I don't rock with like that, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I mean, they saw a problem and tried to address it.
but it's the weird way of addressing it to me. It's the, okay, there's a problem. This is something that's been done, right? This is something that's been done even before Biden threw money at it. And I'm like, you can keep doing it, but don't add the idea, like in today's society, you can't throw the, hey, we're doing this for racial equality. Because now it looks like you're saying
that all black people are crackheads or all
Right.
people of color are crackheads and we got to help them out by giving them crack pipes.
Side note, I don't know that I like the term people of color.
Por qué no?
Because it's the inverse of colored people.
Okay.
Like we used to be colored people.
Yeah.
We used to be colored. Right? Or colored people. And now we're people of color.
It emphasizes the people part is what it does instead of
I
the
would
color.
rather you call me Negro.
Would you really?
It's on my birth certificate.
Oh, you're old.
Army. Yeah.
Okay.
Like because I was born in the Army, my birth certificate's like at a time when they had the Army, the United States had switched over and called us African American, but the Army still had us listed as Negro. Yeah. So when I was born in 74, I was Negro. Yeah, man. I don't know that. Like, I don't know if there's a proper designation, but people of color just irks me. Because I'm like, dude, if you want to just call me colored and let me fight you. Just call me
But
colored.
it's not like just a designation for black people. It's a designation for anyone who's not a palm-colored American.
No, right. But then again, so when we start talking diversity and giving back, someone will say, well, yeah, they have people of color in this ad to make it diverse.
But they're all Mexican.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Like it's not, it won't be any black people. It's just people of color. Like, well, that don't do me no good. Speaking of commercials, random, Super Bowl. You didn't see any of the Super Bowl.
I didn't see any of it.
I thought there was some really good commercials, but there was one weird commercial for a company called Coinbase.
Okay. One of those cryptocurrency
place. All it was like 2 minutes of a QR code just bouncing on the screen. That's all it was.
They like scan this QR code.
That is literally
You're gonna sit
all it
here
was.
until you scan this QR
And
code.
I saw an article a day that said that Coinbase went from the 180th most popular app to the second most popular app in a day.
You know why?
Because I scanned that code along with everybody else watching the Super Bowl who knew how to scan a code.
Yeah. Like they knew what they were doing.
Right.
Like
it was.
And how fast was it bouncing? Was like you have to catch it?
No, it was slow, and it was so slow that it was when I saw it, I thought, oh, okay. Then I looked, I was like, why is this still on the screen? Like, it was on for way too long, but long enough to go, you know what? Hold on. What is this?
Because if it had stayed on for any like shorter amount of time than it did,
right,
people wouldn't have scanned it.
It was on just long enough for me to go, wait, what is this? And I grabbed my phone and scanned. I was like, okay, boom. I downloaded it.
Their marketing person knew what they were doing.
Somebody thought, we're going to get people to at least look at us. And it worked. It definitely worked. Anyway, yes. Did anyone scan it? Yes. Oh, Larry David was Larry David had a cryptocurrency ad too that was really cute. It was a couple of ads that I thought LeBron had a cryptocurrency. It was a lot of cryptocurrency ads.
It's the currency of the future.
Yeah, it was a lot of cryptocurrency ads that like people, these crypto companies that were saying, "Yo, let's do this thing." I did see something else, and we'll jump off of this in a minute. Somebody made a statement that how tragic is it that in the middle of all of this crippling student loan debt, the NFL is playing a Super Bowl at SoFi Stadium, which made most of its money off of robbing people on student loans. And I went, this is America.
Hey.
This is who we are, man. Like, this is who we are as a people.
At this point, you know what country you live in.
Right.
Like,
some things you just go, I mean,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Speaking of, it is what it is. News dropped last week, so I want to talk about it. Purdue police officer was choking the shit out of a kid in the snow while his girlfriend was screaming, "You're choking him." Did you see the story?
I saw it. I didn't read it.
Okay, so cop was choking a black kid. You know what? Fuck that, because I hate to make these shits about race. Cop was choking a kid. And leaning on his neck, waiting for, I guess he's waiting for backup. The kid probably could have beat that cop's ass if that dude wasn't a cop. Like, I'm just looking at, he probably could have took him. Purdue has come out. They ended up, the students had a protest. They ended up not suspending. The cop is now on paid leave.
Administrative leave.
Or desk leave, or he's...
That thing that they do where they just tell them to go sit down in a corner while we keep paying you.
Yeah, which is what they should do. I mean, let's be clear. Fuck the police, but there should be a proper investigation. I think there should be a proper investigation. I have always said, if it was up to me, anytime a cop shot anybody, they should be forced to sit down for a year. If it's a clean shooting, then they sit down with pay. If it's determined to not be a clean shooting, then they're fired.
Okay.
You know, but taking a person's life does a lot for your psyche, right? Like,
true. That takes a lot out of you mentally.
Like, right. You should have
to. Or it should.
It should, right. So you should have to see a therapist and shit. But he didn't kill the kid. He was just choking the shit out the kid. But here's what I want to talk about.
We talking about face?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's what I'm talking about. I posted this story in our group chat. And in our group chat, I posted a story about this cop choking the kid, and Face jumped in the group chat and said, what did he say? It was not chaos.
Hold on, what did he say? Let me pull it.
It's the buzz around campus, or something like that.
Yep, huge buzz around campus.
Face said huge buzz around campus. Face doesn't go to Purdue. He lives in San Antonio and works on base in San Antonio. So I said, how you know? You're not in Purdue. To which Face said, I emailed the chancellor.
No, the chancellor emailed him.
Oh, yeah. The chancellor emailed me.
Personally.
I'm going to say this. In the words of Jay-Z, you need more people. There is no way. The school chancellor said, "Oh shit, there's a buzz going on. Let me email Face." And I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I got. There's no way the chancellor said, "Hey, we got uproar here on campus.
Face needs to know."
Face needs to know.
He had to.
Face
specifically.
I'm in the middle of a podcast, Face. I'll have to talk to you later. Does he have your number?
Does he have my number? He may have my number. I think he has my number. He's not going to call me.
I'm in the middle of a podcast. How can I help you, sir?
All I'm going to say is if you're going to tell the story, tell it right. I said that I emailed the chancellor and asked him what the fuck was going on.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Hold on. I'm about to read it.
I just looked it up. It said I emailed the chancellor. I just looked it up. I know what I did.
You said I know because, okay, I asked the chancellor about it. That's how. Chancellor sent me this.
Okay. So
the chancellor sent me what the president said at the damn university.
You need more people, dog.
On some other shit, I'm about to text you.
Oh.
Oh, did he just
Oh shit! I don't know. I missed.
You missed.
Nope,
that was on me. All I saw was Chancellor sent me this.
Yeah. I'm sticking. I'm riding with what I said. Last thing before we get out of here on this side, I did want to talk about this. Did you see the story about the woman who was sexually assaulted in the metaverse?
I did.
Okay.
And
so for those of y'all who don't know, backstory: the metaverse is a not real place. Where not real shit happens.
It's on the internet.
It's on the internet. People go to the metaverse and do metaverse shit. There was a woman who was in the metaverse who claims that she was gang raped by, I think,
meta people?
Yeah, by 6 people. I think the number was 6 in the metaverse. And so she reports this, and I've heard since she is now filing lawsuits. She's trying to sue somebody. Because she was raped in the metaverse, and the metaverse didn't do what they could do to protect her. Before I get canceled, thoughts?
Log off. Like, I'm not saying that people should be on the internet doing fuck shit, but log off. How do you let yourself get gang raped in the metaverse? Like, in the metaverse, in a place where you can unplug, get away. If you were in real life, you would try to get away, right? It's so much easier online.
The last time that we were here, we were talking about blaming victims, and I caught a lot of flack. People hit me up like, yo, you didn't think about this. You didn't talk about that. Like I caught.
Let me catch the flack this time.
No. Here's a space where I'm going to go all the way out on this limb and say, if you're in the metaverse and you're getting gang raped and you don't log off, you kind of wanted it. You kind of wanted it, man. Like, there's no way you can tell me that you got on the goggles, you got on the headset, the VR headset, and you're like, oh shit, this is happening. You know what? Just take it off. Just take it off. Like this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just take it off. I'm not gonna participate in this space right here. I'm gonna just take it off. It doesn't seem like
it'd be so easy.
Yes, it just seems like, yo, after the unwanted
advances,
anything, after the unwantedness of whatever happened with the first guy, why did you log off?
What happens to your avatar when you log off? Does it just disappear?
It probably just, I don't know. That's the thing I don't know. But I would think that your avatar probably, even if it stays there, even if
you're not there.
You're not there. And when you log back on, there's like
nothing happening.
Does your avatar have a memory? Does your avatar remember?
Like, is it going to replay?
Right.
Do you have to watch it replay before you can continue your life in the metaverse?
There's no way that can exist, though, because Like while you're at work, your avatar is just hanging out in the metaverse, right?
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
It should, or not, or not. Like, yeah. So I saw the story, and I'm gonna be honest. I immediately thought,
She's stupid?
yes, I thought she's stupid. Like, I'm not victim blaming here.
I think I am a little bit.
I think that there's a period where, and I heard Dave Chappelle talk about this, I think, and another comedian talk about this, that when we talk about the Me Too movement, and there was this pendulum swing, right, where at one point, like, all fuck shit was allowed, and we needed to get back to a real center place. And so as the pendulum started to swing in the other direction, we were like, yay, like, dudes are being held accountable. There are things that are being done to make sure women are safe, that type of thing. But
then
if
they kept
you
on
don't
swinging?
watch it, that pendulum's going to swing too far in one direction, and you're going to have stupid shit like this. Like, what does this do for actual victims of, because she is not a victim of anything here other than her own ignorance and not logging off. Like, unless, and this is what I don't know, unless if something happens in the metaverse, you can feel it.
I don't think they've done that just yet.
Right. So if I can't feel it, this ain't Black Mirror. So if I can't feel it, then
My brain went to Sword Art Online.
to what?
You don't know. It doesn't matter. It's where it's a game anime where they put on the goggles and you can feel everything that's going on in real life. And if you die in the game, you die in real life. So if anything happens to you, anyways, it's an anime. But it was just like, oh, your mind went to Black Mirror and mine went not there.
Okay. Yeah.
But in that case, if you cannot log off and if you can feel all the things that are happening, then yes, she was a victim.
This Jim said that she have her avatar tested for VTDs.
Fucking Jim.
But that's a valid question, though.
Apparently, she couldn't unplug, so to speak.
That is a valid question, though. Like,
If there's rape in the metaverse, are there STDs, VTDs in the
if
metaverse?
there's rape in the metaverse, can you get pregnant?
Are there meta abortions?
Hold on. Now I'm thinking maybe she has a case. What if one of her attackers
Got her meta
got
pregnant.
her meta pregnant, and now
She's got to deal with the meta pregnancy.
and the money she makes in the metaverse now has to be shared to this meta baby
Okay, then she may have a case.
because there are currently no meta doctors doing meta
Abortions.
We're stupid. We're stupid. As a people, we are stupid. Like, this is the regression of society.
It has to happen eventually. Like, there is a peak and then the regression. We peaked real fast. Technology has shot to the skies and now we're coming down just as fast.
You might be right. Yeah, this is
the fall of Rome.
Yeah.
It's about that time. It's about that time for society to collapse, and this is where it starts.
I have always said, like, I asked this question. I'll ask you before we get out of here. Did the people living in these great civilizations know that their civilization was fallen? Like, before Rome collapsed,
Someone knew.
but
Like,
did the people know?
I don't think so.
Right. Like, I don't
because
think
most things that would cause a society to collapse don't really affect the little people on a grand scale.
Right.
Or it affects them in such a grand scale that they're the ones that cause the collapse.
Like, and so I wonder, like, if our civilization is falling apart, are we just in it not realizing that this shit is about to go?
I mean, Russia's about to invade Ukraine.
Ru-
Like, things are happening. We can't get avocados anymore from Mexico because they're going to kill the farmers.
Russia is about to invade Ukraine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's happening.
Cartel are holding our avocados hostage in Mexico.
And rappers are leaking sex tapes.
Lots of them.
So we're going to do this. Hey, y'all, thank y'all for rocking with us. We are going to jump to the other side. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow anywhere, everywhere that you get the podcast. It will go live tomorrow on YouTube, Google Play, Apple Play, maybe Spotify.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Probably Spotify.
We weren't protesting Spotify last week. It just didn't go up on Spotify.
I mean, maybe we inadvertently protested Spotify.
Maybe I said fuck Spotify in the podcast, and they just like, oh,
okay,
we're not
fuck
gonna
you.
post it. Yeah. Hey, Spotify, I need my streams, goddammit. Hey, y'all, we gonna rock with y'all next tomorrow, whenever this goes live. So make sure y'all rock with us, like, subscribe, and all that shit. What That Mouth Do is awesome. If you missed it, you missed it. Peace out, bitches.
Because at one point it was just like a sex tape is a sex tape.
Yeah,
and they all
we
come
are
out.
back. We back. Yeah. So let's start here. The news drop that, or the internet was a buzz because allegedly Nelly's sex tape came out, and then shortly after that, Lil Fizz's sex tape came out, and then shortly after that, or a few days after that, or actually Wednesday, because I know exactly where I was when I saw it. Wednesday, Isaiah Rashad's sex tape came out. Yikes. So, I don't even know, like, there's so much that could be said, but I'm going to start here. I think we're shitty as a people. I really do think we're shitty as a people. I think that, first of all, to break into someone's phone, to hack into someone's phone and steal their private stuff makes you a thief. As simple as that. The fact that someone will break into someone's phone, steal their private anything, private videos, private pics, and then post them online, and instead of us saying, yo, why are you sharing someone's private ideas?
We all flock to watch it.
I can't say I wanted to see Nelly's sex tape, though. When I knew what it was, I was like, when I knew what it was, I had no desire to see it, but I'm going to be honest, if somebody would have told me it was an Amber Rose sex tape, I might have gone to look, which is fucked up, but
it's a little bit. So
I just don't want to see Nelly fucking.
Does that qualify as a sex crime, leaking someone's?
I'm still in the middle of a show. Dude, we good. I'll hit you up when I'm done.
This intermission is brought to you by the Letterface.
Right. Peace.
And now we're back to the show.
You were saying?
Oh, I was saying, like, does that count as a sex crime to leak someone's sex tape?
I think it does in certain places. I think in certain places it can be considered a sex crime because of what you're putting out. Like, if I can't put out pictures of my penis on the internet.
Mm-hmm. And in that same vein, like, should it be illegal to watch it? The same way that it's illegal to, like, buy or to have stolen contraband that you know is stolen?
I don't think we could make it illegal to watch it, but I think we should start going after the platforms that allow it to stay up.
Okay.
Right? Like, they put all of this money into making sure that content comes down quickly.
That you don't get a Disney theme song in the background before it's gone.
Right. Or, like, I know this because I had a buddy who worked at Taskers. Like, he he did recruiting, but he told me there was like a division that tasked us that their whole job was to watch videos as they're getting posted to make sure nobody's committing suicide.
Oh, that's cool.
No, but he said that job has a very high burnout because
because people are actually
committing suicide on social media, and
oh shit.
Yeah, that has to be horrific to see.
Yeah, even once, like
yeah, but even just that idea though, if they can do that, like there should be a
separate division,
right,
watching for leaked sex tapes,
right? Yeah,
or like what, porn and the normal interwebs in general.
Yeah, I mean, because if I wanted to put out my sex tape, then I'd have to shoot it first because I don't have one. Let me start there. I don't have a sex tape.
You sure? There's no hidden tape floating around in the metaverse.
Let me think. Not that I know of. Any tape.
If you were out there and you know of a Paul sex tape, email us.
No, I don't want it.
I wasn't talking about. I said us. Maybe I want it.
Let me find out. Why is Mecca watching Paul's sex tapes?
Extortion, clearly.
That is, I wouldn't pay.
Oh.
I would not pay.
Then never mind. I don't need it.
I wouldn't pay. Like, I dead ass wouldn't pay. Like, look,
I don't need it.
I'm out here doing the worst I can. But no, like, yeah, I think there should be a space where people are like, yo, Twitter, this comes down. This has to come down. Like,
yeah, this link, no more.
Right, and scrub it any place that it pops up. Shit, if I post a Beyonce video on Twitter, that shit comes down before the morning. You know what I'm saying?
It comes down before you have 100 streams.
Yeah, not. And so I would say,
like, they will cut people off in the middle of lives.
Right, they will. Yeah, like every now and then we get pop-ups from old shows, but because before they were doing it so aggressively, we'll get pop-ups from old shows saying, yo, we deleted a chunk of your show because y'all played music. Like, god damn. So yeah,
damn it, Nate.
That becomes kind of the idea, because the other side of this is we talk about this as it's the Nelly, Lil Fizz, Isaiah Rashad sex tape.
But it's another person
involved. But there was another person involved. Like the woman in the Nelly sex tape may not have wanted her face to be out there.
Probably didn't.
And I don't know, like, once again, I didn't see it, so I don't know what's on the tape. But yeah, I would hate for my parents to find out that I was having sex that way. Or my kids to find out with my kids. But yeah, I would hate for or my
anyone.
job. Yeah, I would hate
anyone.
Right.
Because I'm not just out here advertising who and what I'm doing.
If I'm out here getting extra nasty with Nelly, and then all of a sudden that shit pops up somewhere, I'ma feel away like, yo, nigga.
The fuck.
Clearly the fuck. The Isaiah Rashad one though was different.
There were no women involved.
Because the Isaiah Rashad, when the story came out, it said that it was rounds of oral sex. They worded that thing so well.
Smooth. They were smooth with it.
It was oral sex between people, and then it came up later, there were no women involved. And no one should be outed. Let me say that right now. People should come out on their own time, which is why I go back to the idea of who leaked this. Fuck them, right? Maybe Isaiah Rashad wasn't ready to come out the closet.
Yeah.
And now
there's no choice.
He has to do damage control because, yeah, there's no choice. Now we know he was
not involved with women.
At least that day. Yikes. Anyway, so yeah, the Isaiah Rashad situation He was sex tape leaked with Isaiah Rashad and another male giving each other head. And
I don't think people should have to come out.
you don't think people should have to come out?
Nope. And if people have to come out as gay, I think my friend should come out as straight.
Do tell.
Like, I want to live in a world where it's just, oh, okay, that's who you fucking, and it not be a thing, it not be a scandal or a, like, I want it to be normal for people to just be gay in the world.
Okay, I can see what you're saying. Yes, I want to live in a world where coming out is
bringing your boyfriend home or bringing your boyfriend to your red carpet event, and it's just
right, and no one's like, oh shit, I didn't know. I can see that.
yeah. Or
You know what?
conversely, I want everyone to have to come out as straight.
Here's the thing though that I run into. Like I know women who, and by know women I don't know them personally, but like I've met women or have interacted, been in spaces with women who I thought were straight, like straight, like not bi, like straight.
Like just
Yeah.
strictly dickly.
And then I see them with their girlfriend, and I'm like, oh. And then my mind does this thing, right? Like I'm like, oh, like, has she always been lesbian? Is this new? Like,
Who hurt her?
all of that. And I mean, and mostly it's none of my business. Like, yeah. But I think I agree that it shouldn't be such a big deal to come out. But I think that society still makes it one.
They really do.
But if you need it, then I will come out as straight right now. Actually, here's the problem with my straightness.
There's a problem with your straightness? Do
Yes,
tell.
there is a problem with my straightness. I'm going to tell you. I have openly said that if I am messing with having sex with a woman who identifies
Okay.
as, like, biologically she's a woman, but she identifies as anything other than a woman, what does that make me?
Does he identify as a man?
Okay, let's say he identifies, let's say
That makes you gay.
that makes me gay, right?
Yeah.
So there's the problem with my straightness. If
Okay.
I'm fucking Amber Rose and Amber Rose identifies as a man, that makes me gay.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, it does. You're hetero-flexible.
I am hetero-flexible. Huh.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for your truth.
Shout out to us for uncovering my truth in this moment.
And thank y'all for being with us.
I wonder how many phone calls I'm gonna get after this airs tomorrow. Nigga, what? What? Do you identify as a man? If so, let's talk about you. Like, let's have that conversation. What else? Shit. I think that's it. Like I think that in that Isaiah Rashad situation, especially, the two people I feel sorry for, I don't know shit about that Lil Fizz situation. The two people I feel sorry for in this whole sex scandal shit is the woman in the Nelly tape, if you could see her face, and Isaiah Rashad, if he did not want the world to know yet that he was
Not fully straight.
not fully straight. Right. Because I don't know that it's ever anybody's business anyway. Like, if I'm not fucking you, it's not your business
It's really not.
what I like. So, I don't know.
But when you're any kind of in the spotlight, you kind of make your business everyone else's business.
But you shouldn't have to, though.
You shouldn't have to, but it is The way it is.
But it's the way it is now because it hasn't always been that way. It hasn't all like celebrities were able to maintain some level of private life until the internet. Because
Social media.
yeah,
Like everything's out there for everyone.
we don't know, and I've always said I think the last superstar is Beyonce. She's one of the last superstars. Like where she lives this mega famous life, and the only things that we know about her are the things that she lets us know. Like
Okay.
we don't know intimate details of her life unless she lets us know them. Like whereas we know Usher got herpes. You know what I'm saying? Like we know Isaiah Rashad sucks dick. Like those are things that we don't know. We know the only things we know about Beyonce are the things that she lets the media into. There's a running joke that what's her name? Tiffany Haddish was talking too much, and Beyonce makes everybody around her now signs NDAs. Like
I wouldn't be surprised.
right, I wouldn't be surprised either. Like you want to hang out, sign this non-disclosure. Life, man. So let's move on. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this nun since you put the story in the group chat. Backstory. You got it?
Oh, let me pull it up because no, I don't. Like I glanced over it. I was like, nun steals $800,000 from Catholic school to fund gambling addiction. That's really
that's the part that got me.
The gambling addiction?
Yes. I mean, she got to steal it from somewhere, right?
Yeah.
But shout out to a nun for having a gambling addiction.
I mean, what other vices is she allowed? Is she allowed to gamble?
No.
Where in the Bible does it say that?
I think it's in. I don't know that there's a scripture that says thou shalt not gamble, but I think there's a scripture that talks about the men who were casting lots, which was a form of gambling.
Okay.
Casting lots at the crucifixion and how they were looked down upon for that.
But was it because they were casting lots or because someone just died and y'all are casting lots?
That's a very valid question. We should ask someone who actually knows more about the Bible than me.
Someone who believes?
No. They don't got to believe. They just got to know more than me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not going to do any research to care. Like
I think I may.
Okay.
I like being an educated heathen.
Oh, yes. Come back in 2 weeks and tell us why gambling is bad in the Bible. But here's my thing. When I saw the story, I'll be honest, I thought, shout out to her.
Oh, yeah, because she did it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, in order to get that much money, she had to, she was going at it for a minute.
$800,000 of gambling debts. I'm hoping she owed a, loan shark or a bookie. I'm hoping she owed a nigga that would break her legs. Because then what do you...
I mean, how else do you get into that much debt, though?
Right.
Without owing someone that will come after you.
But then when they come after you and they realize you're a nun, what do?
They tell you to steal money from the church because the church is a great financial institution to steal from.
The church is the financial institution to steal from.
I mean, it steals from us. I mean, not me. Not I, but it steals from people.
You know what? I often wonder who's worse, you or Nate, in some of the shit y'all say. It steals from us. The church doesn't steal from people.
It convinces people that they'll go to hell if they don't. That's extortion.
That is faith-based.
Extortion. That is faith-based extortion. There are ATMs in churches, and it stresses me out.
But that's how
you can cash app your church.
How do churches get money if they don't put ATMs inside? If the church is doing,
God will make a way.
if the church is doing good work, and you believe in what the church is doing, then you should fund that good work.
If the good work is your pastor getting a new Cadillac every 2 years, I don't think you should fund it.
I think that if you believe in the work that your pastor is doing and you want to see your pastor in a prosperous space, there's nothing wrong with funding it. I dead ass believe that. So like when Creflo Dollar, minister in Atlanta, was telling his parishioners that he wanted a plane, and everybody was up in arms about, that's sacrilege or blasphemy or whatever. I say this: I don't follow his teachings. I don't go to his church. I'm not giving money. But I also say, look, if those people want to donate to Creflo's plane fund, then they should be allowed to.
See, I don't believe in rich pastors. I don't believe in rich holy people.
I believe that the pastor should be in a place to reach the masses. And rich is subjective. Like, when I lived in Atlanta, my pastor, we had one campus for our church. And as the church started to expand, the land that we was on was not big enough for us to build a second church. And so my pastor started these satellite churches in different places, and he started having multiple services. So he started with multiple services. So first what we were doing was he would have 3 services on Sunday. And then he added a 4th service Saturday night, which he said, hey, this Saturday night service is going to be the exact same as a Sunday service. You don't have to come to both. Like, we're trying to alleviate some of the pressure of all of these people. And then he opened up 2 satellite churches in almost opposite locations. So on Sunday, he was preaching 5 times, and then once on Saturday. And then somebody gave him a helicopter.
So that he could travel.
So he could get from spot to spot and not get caught in traffic.
I guess that makes sense.
I'm not saying that. And
all I'm saying is my Bible says it's easier for a camel to fit through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. And if you believe your Bible.
But it does not say that it's impossible for a rich man to get into heaven.
Show me the camel, show me the needle.
Right, but it doesn't say that it's impossible. It says it's easier, but not impossible. Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
loopholes.
I'm on my
I wonder if all of these pastors think they fit the loophole.
Wow. Okay, then. That's... Wow.
Do you say it on?
No, I do not say it on the middle of the podcast because it's...
Do I remind you afterwards?
Let me see.
You about to cut off the name?
No, just cutting off the rest of the text. I'm showing Mecca a text message right now that...
Whoa.
That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Back to this pastor defense that I'm on. I don't have a problem with rich pastors if they are doing if they're doing the work, and B, they're supported by their people, right? Like if their people are supporting them, then I don't have a problem with that. But also, I don't have to support them. The same way the LGBTQ community that hates David Chappelle can just be like, fuck it, I'm not watching. Yeah. It's the same way I could be like, yo, I'm not giving Creflo Dollar a dime. Like, there's nothing that he does for me that makes me... I would actually give money to Dave Chappelle before I would donate to Creflo Dollar. Dave Chappelle makes me laugh. Creflo Dollar is black.
And that's it.
And that's all I got for him. Yeah, but shout out to this nun, man. At the end of the day, shit, get it how you get it.
But don't get caught.
Definitely
like, that's
don't.
really the only place she messed up was she got caught.
Yeah. you know what happens though? It's that you get caught and then all of the stuff starts coming out. Like it's usually
So you get caught stealing $20,
right,
and then all of it.
and then an internal audit comes out, and now they want to look at all the money. You're like, shit.
See, I could have got away with $20, but this $800,000 though.
This 800,000 is fucked up. Speaking of people getting duped, we had 2 stories that hit the group chat. And I wanted to kind of talk about both of them, but we'll get to that later. Because before we talk about that, let's talk about Adele.
Adele is a woman.
Adele is a woman. So for those of y'all who don't know, Adele was at the Brit Awards in Brit.
In Brit.
And that's where they're at, right? The Brit Awards are in Brit.
Yeah.
Adele was at the Brit Awards, and at the Brit Awards, they had made the award show genderless. So instead of having top female vocalists, top male vocalists, they just had top vocalists. Or instead of having female entertainer of the year, male entertainer of the year, they just had entertainer of the year. And in giving her speech, Adele said she liked being a woman. She liked being the woman or the woman entertainer of the year or whatever. And she said that she was a woman. And then in her saying that, the LGBTQ people.
Was it all of us, or was it just the T?
It was really just the T's, but like Dave Chappelle said, y'all in the same car. Y'all in the same car.
Because I too love being a woman.
The LGBTs came at Adele and called her a TERF, which I did not know was a thing until the Dave Chappelle special. And I think it's a weird thing. What is it? Trans exclusionary R.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I used to know.
Yeah, I gotta look it up because now I want to remember too. Not remember, I want to know. But the idea of a TERF is a woman who is a cisgender woman who excludes transgender women
from womanhood.
From womanhood, yes. A feminist who excludes the rights of transgender women for the advocacy of women's rights. TERF. It stands for Trans Exclusionary Radical Feminists.
Okay.
I'm going to say this because I don't give a shit. You are what you claim, in my opinion. So if you are a transgender woman, you claim to be a woman, then you should be given the rights of, you should be given the rights of a woman. However, therefore, aforementioned to, hitherefore, and hence thereof. I think it's a weird ideology for Caitlyn Jenner to be given Woman of the Year when she was only woman for a year. Like,
you haven't been participating in womanhood long enough.
Right.
Like, even if you were a woman, like, even if you are a woman and you were just male presenting, you didn't have to deal with women's struggles.
Right.
Like, you didn't have to actually be a woman and experience all that entails.
It sort of goes to me, the way I make sense of it in my brain is the idea of like white passing black people, right? Like those black people who are fair enough that they don't have to deal with the struggles of being black until they want to be black. And then they're like, yeah, black people struggle. And you're like, dude.
You chose this.
Right. You've never had to struggle. You were walking through life as a white person. And
like
then,
logic.
Like logic. Right. Like you were walking through life white as fuck. And then one day decided to tell people, yeah, but my dad is black. Like, okay. Shout out to you and your dad.
You enjoyed your white privilege long enough, and now you want to be black.
And so, in Adele saying, "Yo, I love being a woman," this goes back into the idea I talked about earlier with the pendulum swing. Like, at some point,
she is allowed
to love who she is, just like a transgender woman would love being a woman.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Or like, I feel about this the same way I feel about that one person in my inbox telling me that I was being fat phobic for posting all my workout photos.
Yeah, like.
And I'm just like, go somewhere. This isn't about you. I said nothing about you.
Right.
Like, I'm celebrating me. Adele was celebrating herself.
And I don't think it's anything wrong with Adele saying, hey, there was a time in music where women vocalists were being the woman vocalist of the year meant something. Mm-hmm. And I enjoyed that time because it meant a thing. It's not anti anything else. It's just, hey.
It's pro what it is.
It's pro this thing, and I enjoyed this thing. I'm almost at a point where I am fed up with the social justice fights of almost everybody. Like, these fights that happen solely on social media, where people have to be outraged on social media. Mm-hmm. Like, they're not doing anything about it. They just want to tweet,
be mad,
or post,
be publicly mad about it.
Publicly mad about it without doing anything about it. These transgender people that were upset, like, what are you mad about? You're mad that a woman is happy to be a woman and she revels in her womanhood? Is that anger or is that jealousy? You know, when I see black people screaming racism and shit, I'm like, that shit ain't racist, dude. Like, it might not be racist. It might just be a fucked up situation where this white person actively doesn't like this black person. Not because they're black.
Just because they're a fucked up person.
Because they're a fucked up human. Like, those things can teeter the same line, and I could just be like, yo, black guy could be an asshole. Right? And white guy could just
be reactionary.
Yeah. And not, I'm going to say this because we had the conversation last show. Like, I don't know the guy. I don't know Joe Rogan at all. But I don't think Joe Rogan is racist. I don't think he's racist. Like, I don't know that he's done anything racist. Saying nigga isn't racist. It's ignorant.
It's ignorant.
It's not racist. Like, Donald Sterling actively trying to keep black people out of certain neighborhoods
is racist.
Is racist, right? Like, white people saying stupid shit isn't racist, it's ignorant. But we, in this social justice space, want to label all white people a thing if they don't agree with our agenda. I just saw, this was probably racist, Nick Adams, I think is his name. He's a congressman who tweets a lot, and he tweeted that,
I miss the world where congressmen didn't tweet.
I miss a world where congressmen didn't tweet too. He tweeted something about the Super Bowl halftime show being full of hoodlums. And my immediate thought was, because of course the internet started trying to drag him, and because he's on Twitter a lot, he didn't care. He kind of like fought back. My immediate thought was, which one of these people is he calling a hoodlum?
Or is it all of them?
Well, either way, I guarantee you all of them are richer than he is.
100%, of course.
Like, I guarantee you that. I guarantee you all of them are more famous than he is. I guarantee you all of them move the needle more than he does.
I guarantee that none of them give any fucks.
I guarantee you that none of them know who he is. And they might barely, but like...
Not in the way that they care or that
right.
It matters.
Not in the way that his kids know who they are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
he doesn't have the notoriety.
Yeah. I
So-
guarantee you that Snoop's kids, Dre's kids, Eminem's kids, if Kendrick has kids, 50's kids, don't know who that dude is, but his kids
Know who
know
they
who
are.
they are, right? Like that. But when you see shit like that, it's like, okay, is he racist or is he ignorant? For that statement, he's ignorant. Now I don't know what his policies are. Maybe
Well,
he's
he
out
may
here.
be racist.
He may be racist as well, but I don't know what his policies are. But we jump down that racist rabbit hole, or LGBTQ community jumps down that homophobic rabbit hole. Like, oh, they homophobic. Like, but are they? Or do they just not know? Or are they just ignorant? Are they saying things out of ignorance, the baby? Or are you actively homophobic, Lil Boosie? You know what I'm saying?
No,
like to me, those
good
are,
examples.
Yeah, those are different people though. Like Lil Boosie is getting his 15-year-old nephew's head so
that
won't
they don't
be gay.
Yeah,
That's
homophobic.
homophobic. The baby saying you in the car sucking dick and getting AIDS, that's just ignorant. It's just ignorant. It's not. It's just ignorant.
It's easy to pick a thing and be mad about it, though.
Right.
Like, you see something you don't like, you call it by a name that people recognize,
Right.
and then get people to jump on the bandwagon.
And right, and I think that becomes the problem that I have. Like, we, instead of taking the fight to what it is, we just call it a thing. We call it racist, or we call it homophobic, or we call it anti-feminist, or Asian hate. I don't know what their thing is. But we call it the thing so that
People will rally behind it.
yeah, people are right, and it gets attached to the larger movement.
Yeah, because you don't get a movement behind, I don't like what this person said about me. You get a movement behind, I don't like what this person said about us.
Right. You get a movement behind he's racist, not he's anti-Paul. Because he could be anti-Paul. And that could be his whole stance. Like,
and then
fuck
nobody
Paul.
will care.
Right, and nobody would care except for
But
my
if he's
kids.
racist,
Right.
then you have a whole community behind you.
Man, y'all racist. I called something gay yesterday.
Was it a good thing?
It was a good thing.
Okay.
I was like, man, this is gay. And my friend was like, what? And I said, why can't gay be good? Why can't we make gay a good thing? Like, shit, this shit is
Gay used to mean happy.
gay
shit.
used to mean happy, and I'm still sticking. I'm gonna call shit gay when I'm excited about it.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call shit gay when I'm excited about it, man.
We change words all the time.
Facts. Let's talk about this because it's listed here. It's two stories that are kind of the same story, in my opinion. The first story, a man tricked a woman into thinking she was training for the DEA. So y'all have a backstory. Cops roll up on this dude who flashes a badge, and as the cops start to press, they're like, yo, this badge ain't even real. And the dude was like, basically, he was arrested. They arrested the man and the woman. And after the dude flashed the badge, he admitted, yo, I had her thinking that she was training for the DEA. So the cops talked to her, and she really thought she was in DEA training school.
Was it just her?
Yes.
I feel like I would have been suspicious if it's just me.
Maybe not, though. How many people do the DEA take in per year?
I have no idea.
Right. So maybe
But I assume that there's like a weeding out process.
But maybe they only hire one at a time, right? Maybe that's their hiring. They don't hire in a class.
They may hire one, but there was probably a class of them. Were you in a class of people and then they picked you? Like, did he weed out people? Or was it a, hey, you?
No.
You want to be in the DEA?
No. He weeded out people she didn't know about. He was able to sell the idea that there was a weed out process going on. She didn't know who was getting weeded out. I'm concerned though at the level of the lie.
Like,
Was she getting paid?
if she's training, do you get paid for training? You don't have to.
You don't.
It's like an internship. There are unpaid internships. So the whole time she's thinking she's in an unpaid DEA internship.
Here's a story. Oregon man was arrested after he tricked a woman into believing she was training as a Drug Enforcement Association agent for about a year. Right. Robert Golden was charged with impersonating a federal agent, and it is unknown if the unidentified woman is going to face charges. According to court documents, police informed the DEA that they came across two people impersonating agents. The two were observed standing by a vehicle with police lights over a license plate and inside the car. Okay, whatever. Blah blah blah. When the police approached Golden, he informed them that they were feds and produced a replica gun with ammunition. He also admitted to having more gear in the car and at his home. When questioned, Golden told investigators that the two were into cosplay. It is believed that the woman was tricked into believing that Golden was a law enforcement agent and thought she was in training. She admitted that her badge and credentials were given to her by Golden.
This man said they were cosplaying.
Well, that becomes a defense, though, right?
Like they were just pretending to be DEA agents.
If I get stopped and they run up on me and say, yo, why you dressed like this? Oh, no, this is cosplay. We were just pretending. Like, I'm going to try to use that as my getaway.
You know what? Yeah. If they didn't stop anyone and tell them that they were DEA,
right.
like prove that I stopped someone, prove that I impersonated, prove that I wasn't playing a game.
But the fact that she ended up coming around and saying, yo, yeah, this dude gave me all my credentials. Like, I'm all for the lie, man. I'm not going, I'm all for,
Was there a ceremony?
Not yet. She hadn't finished training.
How'd she have credentials if she didn't finish the training?
They were probably training credentials. Like, yo,
I have questions.
So that happened. And then there was another story where a New Jersey gospel singer, which I'm going to say, I don't know why it started off saying that he was a New Jersey gospel singer.
Because it matters. You can't be singing for Jesus.
But he was a principal of a school. Or he worked at a school. I don't know if he was a principal. He worked at a school. Like, his money came from schoolwork.
But they wanted to emphasize his connection to Jesus.
They did. So this, and he's, hold on, let me tell you his name. Albert J. Lewis Jr. was 75 years old and he worked for the New Jersey, transit department, told the victim that he could get a job, but he'd first have to visit his address in Newark. Dude showed up at his house, and Lewis said he'd have to perform a physical exam in order to make sure he was fit for the post with New Jersey Transit. Lewis told the man to strip, then performed an act of criminal sexual contact. Lewis was later arrested and charged with criminal sexual contact, unlicensed practice of medicine, and luring of an adult.
Was he practicing medicine?
Well, he said he was giving him a physical. That's practicing medicine. Lewis is the executive director of the Dr. Albert J. Lewis Gospel Hour, which is the second longest nationally syndicated gospel TV show in the country. That's why.
Why.
Yeah.
Because he mattered in the community.
At least he was doing it for second longest. Question.
Answer.
You have a job.
I do have a job.
Do you want a better paying job?
I want my job to pay me better.
Okay. If I offered you a better paying job, doubled your salary,
Okay.
told you in order to get said job, you have to come to an address, would you go?
No.
Simple as that.
Simple as that. I've had those situations where it was like, Indeed has some scam ass shit on it sometimes.
It does.
And I've had it where it's like this amount of money, you show up here for your in-person interview, but it's like a residence. And I'm like, no.
So if I offered you triple your salary and an address, would you go? Not even, let's say it's not a resident. Let's say it's an office. Triple your salary.
At an office?
Yeah, at an office. I don't own the building. It's just at the office. It's a office complex, 12 stories. I'm on floor 3.
Okay, I'm showing up.
You get there, triple your salary. It's me. It's not me.
Okay.
It's someone not me.
Okay. So I was like, if it was you, I'd laugh and walk out. Like,
triple your salary. Hey, Mecca, glad you're here.
Nice to meet you.
Job can start immediately. Oh, but there's a physical. Can not me give you a physical?
No.
Right. Like,
Like,
I don't know how we
no.
got here. Because if I show up and I'm like, oh,
If my job isn't a physical job, like if my job doesn't require, like if I am not a football player, if I do not play a sport for you, I'm not stripping.
I'm going to tell you now, if my job, the job I currently have, told me, well, hey, we require all of y'all to get physicals, I'd get a physical.
Go to a doctor.
But I'm going to a doctor.
Because that's
and
the whole
I'm
thing.
selecting my doctor. Like, I'm not going to your doctor. Like,
I'm going to my PCP.
Yeah, like, I'm going to my doctor so my doctor can grab my balls and tell me they're okay. Like, I'm not going to you so you can grab my balls and tell me that they're okay. Like, what kind of shit?
No.
So when both of these stories had me like, yo, what the fuck?
Why didn't you ask more questions?
How are you getting sexually assaulted by a 75-year-old man? I would have punched him in his shit. Dude, why are you
asking me to strip?
And all it said was, I hate that the news has to be so newsy sometimes.
Because it doesn't say what it was.
Yeah, it just said that he was
like he could have just been fondling his balls.
An act of criminal sexual conduct. So that's not rape. Criminal sexual conduct. Maybe he just fondled his balls.
Or like stuck a finger in his butt.
Let me think. How much?
No, because that's sodomy.
Right. How much would somebody have to pay me to fondle my balls?
Male.
Because
I feel like that number goes down if it was a woman.
Free.
It goes down to nothing, okay?
Yeah. A woman can fondle my balls for free. There's no amount of money. I would never let a dude fondle my balls. Not out. He'd have to be a medical doctor. He would have to. I could not let it just a random dude fondle. There's no amount of money that I would let.
$1 billion.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
That is life-changing money.
It is, but my life is okay. My life is okay. Like, there's no amount of money that I could get paid to let a dude fondle my balls.
I would let a dude fondle my balls for $1 billion.
Yeah, nah. There's no number for me. Like, but here's why there's never a number for me. Because my brain starts to think, wait, what comes with this $1 billion? No one's going to give me $1 billion to fondle my balls and then never tell anybody. Like, what are they getting? See, my brain goes there automatically.
They getting off.
Yeah, no. My balls will stay male fondle free outside of medical professionals and me.
Okay, I was going to ask.
Yeah, I can fondle my balls. Shit, we can get out of here, man. We can get out of here talking about my balls being fondled. Did we want to talk about, before we go, the 9-year-old protest? Did you read the story?
I did. It was kind of cute.
I thought it was cute. 9-year-old in place. God damn it. I'm going to find it. Not the teacher who got his ass kicked by the students, because I thought that was a thing too. Where was it at? Here it is right here. 9-year-old boy.
California.
Was it in California? Yes, 9-year-old boy
Vacaville, Vossaville, whatever.
Yeah,
California.
Jordan Reed and his classmates at Sierra Vista K through 8 school in Vacaville recently staged a protest regarding a 2020 decision to remove chocolate milk from the lunch menu.
How dare they, first of all?
Many students like Reed were upset with the decisions made by school officials. This 9-year-old said, "We used to have it, but then they just took it away." According to another student, it had been very popular, blah, blah, blah. So last Friday, 26 students in Jordan's class joined together in an effort to bring back the beloved beverage, and it worked. These kids staged a protest for chocolate milk.
I'm here for it.
I am here
Defend
for it too.
your rights. Your right to have chocolate milk.
When we talked earlier about what I said about, like, I hate the whole fake social justice bullshit. This is actual work. Like, he actually did work. He was like, yo, let's protest to see if we can get chocolate milk back.
It's like, we had a thing. We lost a thing. I want us to fight to get this thing back. This is like the epitome of social justice.
So it goes on to say, the idea to stage a protest started when Jordan's teacher gave her students an assignment that hit close to home, blah, blah, blah. That day, the teacher assigned the class a scholastic article titled, "Should Schools Serve Flavored Milk?" Skip, skip, skip. Kids were chanting, "What do we want? Chocolate milk. When do we want it? Now." The next day, after learning that local reporters had caught wind of the protest, Doss told the Post that she rallied her students to make more signs and come up with a solid argument to help them plead their case. And it worked.
Yeah.
The kids got chocolate milk back, man. Look, shout out to Jordan Reed. Shout out to the kids in his class. That's some real shit.
Fight for what you believe in. That's a real thing.
And at 9, what you believe in is chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At my age, I believe in chocolate milk.
Not at my age. Me and my insides say chocolate milk are not friends at all. Yikes. I still try.
Every now and again.
Probably 3 times a week.
Okay.
Yeah, like my stomach and milk don't go hand in hand, but I will go get like, what's the shit? Custard from Freddy's.
Okay.
Yeah, like I just pop some lactate pills, and I've now started to like, I used to take 2 lactate pills and eat ice cream, and now I'm up to 4, and I may have to jump it up to 5. Like, god damn.
So somehow we went from your balls to lactate pills. Okay, we're done. We're done.
Wait, but no, I had more to talk about. I really didn't. Happy Valentine's Day, Mecca. Happy Valentine's Day to y'all listening. Happy Valentine's Day to actually, I don't know why I'm saying Happy Valentine's. I don't celebrate this shit.
I was like, you really just said you didn't.
Yeah, I don't.
Do I? I did last year.
Did you?
I did. It was the last thing I did.
Really?
Yeah. Was it last year? Was it last year?
Here's the problem. 2020 and 2021 are 1 year.
Right. I think it was last year. Last year, the last thing I did in my relationship was celebrate Valentine's Day.
Last year was the freeze, and that was Valentine's Day weekend.
Yeah, that was the last thing.
Yeah, that was
The last thing I did in my relationship before we broke up was celebrate Valentine's Day.
Shout out to you. Yeah, that was last year.
I think I may stop celebrating Valentine's Day.
Oh shit, man! Thank y'all for rocking with us. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, follow, all that shit. I don't have anything to promote, push. Come out to Bly if you're in town. It's the only thing to do.
We're on Twitch.
They know. Oh, well, they don't know, but yeah, the earlier people know. We're on Twitch. No, but come out to Bly. It's literally the only thing to do.
Apparently.
For poetry.
For poetry, yeah. Long live Blah.
Long live Bly, God damn it. I don't know if I have anything else. I just want to make sure running through my brain.
Have we had a restock? I said we like I'm in Black American Clothing Company.
We might bring you in real quick. Nah, that's it. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Peace out, bitches.
too.
Yeah.
It don't matter what they talking about.